Thank you for watching. You can support the body via Cash App or PayPal. You can also support the channel by joining our Patreon for exclusive videos and content that can't be found anywhere else. We're the Sons of Thunder. It's our heart's prayer and desire for Israel that they might be saved. Shalom.
Shalom, shalom, kum yashala. Hallelujah. Thank you for joining us tonight. All right, for another Sabbath class. We back again. All right. So a lot of things going on in Israel tonight. If you have the opportunity, there's a great debate going on between Captain Tazariak and the super scoffer Vocab Malone. All right, make sure y'all catch that. That's going to be on Brother Garfield's YouTube channel if you're looking for that. And of course, you have our weekly Sabbath class that we bring to you weekly. All right, everybody should be getting ready. Tomorrow is going to be the Day of Atonement at evening. Tomorrow at evening. Okay, let's take a look at our calendar. Let's get a good look at that. Give me 1 second, Israel. We have to address something that happened on the calendar. Malachi wants to address something right now. Let me get that calendar out. All right, they can see that. All right, let me move the class banner. All right, what do you want to explain to the people, Ak?
Khan. If brothers and sisters have seen our previous our previous calendar, because this is an updated calendar. There were 2 dates. Well, there was 3. There was some dates on there that we had incorrect, just off by a day, due to the calculation. So the Day of Atonement that we have that we're following after is going to be this Saturday. This Saturday at even, starting on the 23rd at even, ending the 24th at even, and the beginning of Tabernacles will be September 28th at even, ending October 5th. All right. The beginning of Tabernacles starts September 28th at even, and the last day of Tabernacles starts October 5th at even. All right. Also, the Feast of Dedications is December 6th at even. All right. This is an updated calendar. There was some miscalculations on the last one, just off by a day. But if we turn to where we at, Leviticus 23 and 24, real quick. Just make it real quick.
Okay. This book of Leviticus, chapter 23 and verse 24.
Mm-hmm.
Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, in the 7th month, in the 1st day of the month, shall ye have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing of trumpets, and holy convocation.
So that's what we did, man. The memorial of the blowing of the trumpets is on the 1st day of the 7th month. And here at SOT, we keep our months by the new moon, or the dark moon. All right. So the dark moon that just passed was the beginning of our 7th month. And now keep reading.
Ye shall do no servile work therein, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord.
Keep reading. Get to the next piece.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, also on the 10th day, on this 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement.
Mm-hmm.
It
what
shall
day?
be day of atonement.
What I'm saying, what day? When is the Day of Atonement?
Also on the 10th day of this 7th month.
The 10th day of the 7th month. So if you count your days from September 14th at even to September 23rd at even, that will be 10 days. Or what we'll see later on in the same chapter when you get to verse 32, I believe. What is verse 32 called the 10th day?
Verse 32, it shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest, and ye shall afflict your souls in the 9th day of the month at even.
On what day?
The 9th day. from even unto even.
The 9th day of the month at even. So the 9th day at even, according to what we read in here, the 9th day at even and the 10th day are the same date. All right. So that would be for us on this Gregorian calendar, September 23rd at even would begin our Day of Atonement. Keep reading.
Con. You want me to continue verse 27?
No. We moving on to the next, to Tabernacle.
Okay, con. Verse 33. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, The 15th day of this 7th month shall be the Feast of Tabernacles.
Which day?
The 15th day of this 7th month shall be the Feast of Tabernacles.
Right. That's going to be the first day of Tabernacles, the 15th day of the 7th month. If we start at September 14th at even and count 15 days from September 14th at even, you will arrive at September 28th at even as the beginning date of the Feast of Tabernacles. Keep reading.
For 7 days unto the Lord. On the first day shall be an holy convocation. You shall do no servile work therein. 7 days you shall offer an offering made by fire.
So we're going to keep the Feast of Tabernacles 7 days. Read.
Unto the Lord. And on the 8th day.
And on the what?
On the 8th day.
On the 8th day, what we're going to do?
Shall be an holy convocation unto you.
And on the 8th day, we're going to have another holy convocation to close out the Feast of Tabernacles. So that if you count from the 28th to October 5th, that will be 28th at even to October 5th at even. That will be 8 days. All right. Again, we apologize for the mishap on the dates. I hope it wasn't too much of an inconvenience for brothers and sisters. And but we have the updated calendar for you all. And we most high will and plan to never have any mistake like this happen again on our calendar, because we understand how important it is and how important needing to know these dates are for brothers and sisters who need to take these days off of work. All right. And you want to serve the Lord as sincere as possible. So again, we apologize for that. But here is our updated calendar, as you can see on the screen. 23rd at even, which is tomorrow even, is the Day of Atonement. 28th at even is the start date of Feast of Tabernacles. And October 5th is the start of the last day of Tabernacles. All right. I'm you.
All right, excellent. Now, let's do like we always do. Let's acknowledge our YouTube members. Rodney Stevens, Yapa Aparium, Manessa the Warrior, Raheem Moore, Samara Yasharala, Soldier Warrior, Maya Ka'ala, Abba Yanam Yasharala, She Striving, House of Nakawashah, Soldier to Zaria, Glenn Darrick, Kaya Ben Lawyer, John Allen, SOT Josiah, Ibadathia, Makaziyawa, Sister Kana, Zaka War, Soldier Kawal, Big Mai Thawada, Dorian Wright, Thawada, Ramon Rogers, Soldier Kawal, Salaki, I already got him. Monique Stanford, Sister Zakia, Dinah Yasharala, AB Israel. Let's see, Azariah Bunya Hawada, Soldier Darak, Brother Ariel, Yazabad. I believe I got everybody. Nate the Great, Malak Yawasap, Rico Israel, Lavinia Benjamin, Thawada for supporting the channel. Thank you so much. If you want to be a member of the YouTube channel, go to SOT Israelites. Salakia, go to youtube.com/@SOT Israelites. Click the join button. Our members already tell you that once they got their silver badges, they got emails because we reward them for supporting us. So we pass rewards back to them. You want to find out what that is? Join the channel. Manos Lot, Shalom, Thawada for joining us. Now, if you are a member of the YouTube, there's a members only video of our conversation with the CEO of the Fanbase app. Okay, we orchestrated a conversation with the CEO of the Fanbase app on why our community is such a huge, powerful community that we're going to bring over from Clubhouse to his application. And we've been rocking the app ever since then, man. People have been consistently in our rooms doing crazy numbers because our conversations are the best. All right. Make sure you check that out if you are members only. If you are a member of the YouTube, only members can see that video. Our Patreon, if you go to patreon.com/SOT Israelites, we've got resources on there. We've got PDFs for you to download. We've got books for you to download. We have continuous videos from our brothers in the camp that provide constant spiritual food. And we have Patreon only videos on there as well. Those are several ways you can support the body and get access to information that is beneficial to you. Nadanya, Shalom, welcome to the class. These are the ways that you can support the Sons of Thunder Israelites. All right, joining our channel on the YouTube or joining our Patreon, and all of them come with several tiers of rewards. Sisters only, sisters only, sisters only. The Pillars of Rest program is 95% ready. The Pillars of Rest program is 95% ready. That's going to be a Patreon class with its own Telegram. You're going to have courses. You're going to have Q&A, live Zoom meetings, and specially prepared lessons just for you sisters. Stay on the lookout for that. As we continue to serve the body, we're going to make the quality of our presentation better and better and better. All right. That's all we aim to do. All right. So welcome to Sabbath class. We the Sons of Thunder Israelites. All right. Tonight, we're going to talk to you about fast preparation. We're going to do some Q&A, and then we're going to let brothers get back to their Sabbath. All right. The Day of Atonement is serious business, and we're not going to drag this too long. Also, we're going to begin teaching on Sunday afternoon at 12 in the afternoon until sundown. So if you need some spiritual food to help you get through that, we're going to have videos coming out Sunday morning, camp video. We're going to have Saturday morning video with Bar for Bar with Captain Aharon and Captain Yaquab out there in Fort Myers. He's going to also be teaching in the morning. We will not be at camp tomorrow for the Atlanta camp. We will not be at camp tomorrow for the Atlanta camp. Brothers will be preparing for the fast. Everybody understand? All right. Now, let's go to Leviticus chapter 23, and let's look at this. Let's teach this so the people understand what kind of holy day is coming up. Leviticus 23, start at verse 27. Read that for the people, and then you give me Isaiah 58 and 3. All right? Read.
It's the book of Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 27.
Come on.
Also, on the 10th day of this 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement. It shall be a holy convocation unto you, and you shall afflict your souls and offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord.
Now, listen. It has been customary for the Israelites to teach the Day of Atonement like this. Oh, you can't go through Day of Atonement if you got an issue with somebody. You got to go out your way to rectify and work out that issue before you keep your Day of Atonement. Now, I saw counsel on that. Listen to me. I saw counsel on that, and I asked questions about that. And my counselor and senior brother in the truth said the Day of Atonement is not about making a production on brothers who you don't see eye to eye with. The Day of Atonement is about the Lord. The Day of Atonement is about you and the Most High. Now, of course, we would like to reconcile with all of our brothers, but let's concentrate on something. What if that don't go the way that you want it to go? Is that going to throw you off out of the spirit? Or are you going to spin your wheels with people who have a weird way of thinking, brothers that you done separated yourself from? It's unwise to converse with them, and you're going to go out of your way to prove that you're the super altruistic brother, the super righteous brother. Now you making phone calls and doing all that. No, the Day of Atonement is for you and the Lord, and you need to focus and concentrate on that. All right. You can make peace with brothers without speaking to them. Okay. You can make peace with brothers in your heart. All right. Let's not turn the Day of Atonement into a gimmick. I done beef with you all year. Now here comes the Day of Atonement. Now I get that stupid phone call. You could have called me all year, but you're going to call me now. Why? Because you're trying to make an outward display. And that's the wrong spirit. It is not about your outward display. If you wanted peace with brothers, you would have been called them. So don't be having that unnecessary burden and make that awkward outward display like you're trying to prove a point, because it's not sincere. All right. The Day of Atonement is between you and Yahweh. Make sure that your spirit is right with the Lord and you sorry to him if you've done something wrong. And forgive them brothers without them even asking you. Forgive them sisters without them even asking you, if that's the goal, is forgiveness in the first place. Everybody understand?
Uh-huh.
Continue reading on Leviticus 23.
Verse 28, and ye shall do no work in that same day.
Now, this is why we had to issue an apology. I asked for that to happen because I know y'all was going to have y'all work days ordered. And y'all trust in our calendar. And one thing is for certain, you might slip from the tongue, but not from the heart. That was a typographical error that brothers had to second look. And brothers did second look and found the mistake. And we could have just said, well, they won't know. Ain't nobody going to ask. Leave it how it is. No, brother's going to own up to it. That's wrong. We're going to correct it. We send emails out, and we also send out messages of apology if you follow us on Facebook to make sure everybody knows that you need our new calendar. Okay. Why do you need our new calendar? Because those days is not totally accurate. There's one day off and it caused a ripple. Okay. With that being said, forgive us. All right. For that error. Read on.
Verse 28 again, and ye shall do no work in that same day, for it is a day of atonement, to make an atonement for you before the Lord your God.
That's what the Day of Atonement is about. For you to make atonement before God, not for you to say, well, here's the Day of Atonement. I done made 10 videos about these guys. I done murmured behind their back all year. But here come the Day of Atonement. Let me call this brother and just say, bygones is bygones. That's fake and it's not sincere. Stop doing that. Let's remove that from our custom. As long as I've been in the truth, that's been the custom. When the Day of Atonement comes, you got to figure out who you ain't on the greatest terms with and call them and make peace. That's insincere. You should have been did that. The Day of Atonement is not for that. It's for you to make an atonement for you before the Lord, your God. Everybody understand? Read on.
And whatsoever soul it be that doeth any work in that same day, the same soul will I destroy from among his people. You shall do no manner of work. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings.
Yeah, you might not do any manner of work, but you're also not to sleep through the Day of Atonement. Stop cheating. You sleeping through the Day of Atonement because you don't want to afflict yourself. So you try to sleep through the whole thing. That's cheating. Read the Bible. Pray some. Some of y'all are Israelites outwardly for show, but inwardly, you're not into it like that. Stop being like that. Okay, I gotta do the Day of Atonement. Let me put on the Day of Atonement show. Now somebody call you, man, I'm fasting, bro. Woo, hungry, man, but gotta do the Day of Atonement. Stop it, man. That's not even, hold on. I know what you got. We're gonna read that later. I know what you got. We stop doing that. The Day of Atonement is not a burden. Listen, the Most High God is real, and I believe in him. The Most High God is present. He's not an idea. He's real, and I believe in him. Yahushua is real, and I believe in him. With that being said, this is for him, right? All right, I'm doing something for you, but I really don't want to do it, but I'm going to act like I want to. Do you want that?
No.
If your rib say, I'm going to take you, you and the kids out today. Today's daddy's day, right? And while she's out with you, she's letting it be known, I'm acting like I want to do this, but I really don't want to do this, but I'm doing it. Are you going to enjoy your day? No. It's going to irritate you, her spirit, right? Like, well, we might as well stay in the crib because you don't want to do this. Well, I'm doing it. I don't want to, but I'm doing it, right? Mm-hmm. That's how y'all make the Most High feel. Because that's how y'all treat his holy days. I'm doing it. I don't really want to, but I'm doing it. Mm-hmm. Do you think the Lord wants that? Mm-hmm. That's why the Most High don't care about your solemn feast days and won't smell in your assemblies, meaning receive your incense and your burnings and your sacrifice. Because you're doing it, but you don't really want to do it. Your heart is not with the Most High. Stop being like that, man. Stop being like that. It's the Day of Atonement. Okay, good. Thank you, Yahweh, that I can make an atonement because I know I've done wrong. So I'm going to enjoy today that you didn't destroy me, as our elder priest Sabbath would teach us. You better thank the Most High that you made it to the Day of Atonement. You could have died. And all that wickedness died with you, and you're going to be judged. on what you did, whether it be good or evil. Or you can make it to the Day of Atonement and atone for them sins. So be grateful. That's the way he taught us, right? So I'm going to teach that. You could have that attitude. It's the Day of Atonement. Very good. You ready to fast? Come. I'm not going to make your fast harder by acting miserable. Okay? Here's how you prepare for the day of it. Well, keep reading and then we're going to get to that. We're not going to teach all night tonight. Go ahead.
Verse 32. It shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest, and ye shall afflict your souls in the 9th day of the month at even. From even unto even shall ye celebrate.
Shall you what?
Shall ye celebrate.
Shall you what?
Shall ye celebrate.
You're supposed to celebrate the Day of Atonement. Now, you ain't think about that. You missed that word. On the 9th day at evening, which is tomorrow, which is really the 10th day, according to verse 27. I don't want to argue that no more. Y'all cut with that. The Bible done explained it. It's clear. How is the 10th day and the 9th day at evening at the same time? Now y'all got all these excuses. Nobody want to hear it, bro. The day begins in the evening, the new day. Right. So the 9th day at evening is the beginning of the 10th day. When the 10th day is over, it's on the 10th day at evening. That's when the 10th day is over. It's very easy to understand. But the Bible says you're supposed to celebrate your Sabbaths, man. Y'all be in new moon like it's a burden. The only feast day y'all want to go to is Passover because you done got your outfit ready. You're going to take pictures and you're going to see your friends you ain't seen in a while. Other than that, you could care less about the Lord's holy days. You just do it because you have to, and that's your spirit. You're putting on a front. Anytime somebody make eye contact with you, give that corporate smile. As soon as we stop looking at you, you're bored again because you don't care. You're not into this and you don't like this. I'm telling you, you have to change. The Most High is only looking for people who worship him. How? In sincerity and truth. If you're not sincere, you did it for nothing. You might as well have had fun in the world and enjoy yourself. If you're not going to be sincere, because you did it for nothing. Because the Most High not going to reward you at the end. What you going to tell him? I did all your feast days. I did your new moons. I did your Sabbaths. I did your days of atonements. I was there. So do I get the kingdom or what? Like, that's not who he's looking for. That's not who he's looking for. All right. There will be weeping and gnashing of the teeth. And you're going to be mad, not understanding why the Most High not dealing with you. It's because away with you, I never knew you. You was never sincere. You never really was with me. You was going through the motions because you just did that. Stop doing that. Be about this Israelite life. When I teach you, I teach myself. Check myself several times. Friends checks. I check myself several times. Spirituality checks. Am I worldly in how I'm looking at this? Or am I looking at this like not even a camp leader? Am I looking at this like an Israelite? I have checked myself several times. Things I'm going through in my life. You're getting mad. You're getting frustrated and you becoming spiteful. Okay, is that the way a spiritual man would go through this trial? Or are you supposed to rejoice when you go through a trial? Do you believe the Bible or are you just a dude that talks the Bible? Are you really a teacher of the scriptures and live this? Or are you a fraud? I have to check myself all the time. So I want y'all to check y'all spirit, okay? The Bible says, examine yourself to see whether you be in the faith. Go in the bathroom and look in the mirror and go, do I really believe the Most High going to destroy this place? Do I really believe that Christ's death justifies me of all guilt, blood guilt? Do I really believe you got to keep the commandments? Do I really believe the man is the head of the woman? Do I really believe that my parents, I have to honor them and my life is going to be long in the land? Everybody needs to do the mirror check because the Day of Atonement is coming, man. Okay?
That's right.
The worst thing you could do is be a hypocrite during that feast. That's a waste of energy. And you tempting the spirit. Because really what we want on the Day of Atonement is the Most High to greatly and mercifully forgive us for the things that we done wrong, man. And how much have we done wrong? Looking back, so much. All right? So let's be sincere when we approach the Lord tomorrow. Everybody understand? No. Don't be Superman when you fast. Some of y'all have pre-existing medical conditions that require you to eat. Can you eat? Can you eat? how can you serve the Lord from the grave? That's what David asked. How can I praise you from the grave? There's a sister who was required to eat with her medication, and an elderly sister, and she chose not to eat, to fast for the Day of Atonement when she found out the truth. She was eating up with zeal and chose not to eat. And guess what happened to the sister? She passed. She died because she took the medication without food. All right? That's unwise. Please don't do that. There's no praising, work, labor, atoning from the grave where we all hasteth. All right? Do what you have to do. Pregnant women, if it is causing you pain and extreme discomfort to deny yourself food based on how far you are along in your pregnancy, eat, please. Eat, please. Okay? I know there are Israelite teachers that will say, she'll be all right. I'm not going to take you to the hospital. You can't call me when there's a complication and ask me for help. I can't. So how dare I place you in that peril? So I'm going to give you a practical teaching. If it causes you discomfort and it seems like it is harmful to your state of being while you're pregnant, eat, please. Nobody said you got to have a full meal and gorge yourself. Nobody said that. Just take what you must to be healthy and be okay. All right? I don't blame me. I didn't confer with them before I'm teaching this. I'm saying that. All right? Don't eat a steak, a pound of bread with butter, 3 pieces of pie. You microwaved a piece of fried chicken. Then you had some Skittles. You went and got a milkshake because you wanted to remember what ice cream and dairy tastes like. Then you had a bowl of cereal. Yes, you did. Then you made a grilled cheese. You looked at the clock. You looked out the window. It's getting dark. You had a beer, a shot of Hennessy. Then you took a tequila shot too to remember what that tastes like. Then you drank a ginger ale because that's black people medicine. And you said, all right, let's fast now. That is a horrible mistake. The human biology, it takes water to digest food. That's why when you wake up in the morning, you're thirsty. Because at night, your body was using all of that water to digest your dinner. That's why you was tired and you went to sleep. If you fast at sundown to the next sundown, but before that, you gorged yourself on all types of foods and meats and dainties, when your body is trying to digest that, especially if you have a bowel movement, you are going to be dehydrated 2 hours into your 24-hour fast. And you're going to suffer for the next 22 hours. And you did that to yourself. Please don't act like you never ate before. It's just a day. You're going to be okay.
Right.
The foods you should eat before beginning your fast should be high in water. You should eat fruit, salad, greenery, leafy vegetable, and as little red meat and meats as you can. Why am I saying that? Because then when it's time to digest that, your body does not have to pull all the water out of your system to digest them things. And you're going to not have a headache and a migraine for 22 hours. Mm-hmm. Or what's going to happen is you're going to betray the fast because you can't take the headache pain, and you're going to go drink water and say, well, I'll do another fast tomorrow and make up your own rules, defeating the purpose of why you're doing this in the first place. Mm-hmm. No soda. It has too much sodium. Sodium dehydrates you. So you know what you should do before the fast? Have you a nice breakfast. A good breakfast. You want that? A savory breakfast. Don't put no sugar in your grits. Get you a salt, butter, and cheese grits, some good meat to eat, so like some turkey sausage, or you can make yourself some lean steak to fry in a skillet if you have that for your breakfast, or even some chicken for protein. And you get your orange juice or whatever juice you like. Eat that for your breakfast. Get your eggs in. Eat that for your breakfast. Good. Then from the afternoon until the evening till sundown, just eat grapes, honeydew melon, cantaloupe, watermelon. Have you a salad if you just feel like, I just want to eat something and be full. Have you a nice salad. Don't OD with the Italian vinegar dressing. Take it easy. Easy. Don't OD with the salt and the seasoning on your salad. Just eat the salad. Somebody don't like that. Just eat the salad. Okay? Eat your fruits and then drink a ton of this. Drink a ton of water. That's what you do. Then when the sun goes down, you know what? Thank the Most High that you made it. And you'll see that your fast will not be damaging to your body and unbearable. You can listen to me, or you could act like you never ate before, and you went to Five Guys and McDonald's and all that grease, and you wanted French fries too. Let me get some nuggets too. Yo, let me get a milkshake with that, and let me get another order of fries because I got to fast today. I'm hungry. Let me get some chili, and you're gonna pay for that. You're gonna go to the bathroom and you're gonna suffer for the next day. All right? Everybody understand? Now I gotta put this on the screen. This is important. I hope everybody that's in the house with me too see this on the screen.
That's very important to understand.
Sugar does not go in grits. Okay, that's blasphemy.
Yeah,
that's a sin.
That doesn't make any sense. And it's a scripture in the Bible somewhere that says you're not supposed to do that. And when I find it, we're gonna bring it out.
Yeah, Solomon may have spoken on that.
All right. I think Moses says something about that. I think Moses or either Ezra, like you can't do this.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah,
you can't do this.
King
and people that do that is not of the Lord. It's something goes into that.
It says something like that.
It goes into that.
They tried to destroy the scripture.
You got the anoint your head with oil scripture? Is that what you was holding?
No, I was holding.
Oh, that ain't what I wanted.
That is what you.
That's what you
That's
have.
Matthew 6.
Don't be as the hypocrites.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Number two. Now that you know how to eat before your fast, and you know how to behave yourself before your fast, now, how do you behave while you're fasting? Is it my job to call you 6 hours into the fast and make you answer the phone so I can ask you, bruh, how you holding up, bruh? Damn, bro, I'm nigga hungry, man. How is you holding up, bro?
Why you gotta use Atlanta?
Damn, bro.
What are you saying?
Y'all all said don't eat that, man. But that's all I had in the house, bro. My stomach hurt, man. You all right? How your fast going, bro? Like nobody wants to talk to you.
It's the long trip.
Leave me alone. Don't make me feel bad for not answering the phone for you. And then I have to wonder, was the brother okay? Because I'm not going to answer the phone. Don't call me. Why are you calling me? Call the most. Go pray. Go pray. That's not how you act while you fasting. When your wife come and say, "Come on, let's play a game. Let's play some cards, or let's play a board game. Let's play Truth or Yeah. You know, let's spend some time together." Okay, man, I'm fasting, man. No, I work all night last night. Don't be like that. You're not supposed to act like that when you're fasting, because that's not the point. You're dragging it. You're miserable. So you don't want to be doing this, right? Oh, this is horrible, this fast, right? This is not the best day ever that you get to atone for all your sins, right? This sucks, right? And you acting like it. No, the Lord said don't be like that.
Celebrate.
This is the way the Most High told you to act while you fasting. Read what you got.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 6 and verse 16. Moreover, when ye fast, be not as the hypocrites of a sad countenance, for they disfigure their faces.
Nigga just, bruh. I don't even, I heard one brother say, we ain't even got to do Day of Atonement, bro. You think we really need to be doing it? Don't call me talking like that. Leave me alone. Read on.
That they may appear unto men to fast. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward.
Your reward is everybody knows you're fasting.
Mhm.
But what reward do we want? We want the Most High to forgive us.
Mhm.
I want the guilt in my mind through Christ that I'm earnestly serving his Father and doing the will of his Father. I want to have the peace of mind that the King of Kings, Hamashiach, is lawyering for me. Look at him. Forgive him. He's a wretched creature and he know it, but he's trying. Let that slide, Yahweh. Turn him some good fortune. He's been having it hard and he deserved that. But look at him. That's because when the Lord looked down and see you, it's a brother that's got a smile on his face, that's happy to do the Day of Atonement. Read it again.
God. Moreover, when ye fast, be not as the hypocrites
Come on.
of a sad countenance, for they disfigure their faces,
And
that they may appear unto men to fast.
come on.
Verily I say unto you, they have their reward.
Read.
But thou, when thou fastest, anoint thine head.
When you're fasting, anoint your head with oil. Come on.
And wash thy face.
Don't be walking around the house with cave breath. I can't brush my teeth. You know, we fasting, bro. Who say you can't brush your teeth?
Right.
Do you eat toothpaste? Do you eat it?
No.
The water that you rinse your mouth out
drink
with.
it,
Do
you
you
go
drink that?
Come on now.
Go brush your teeth, bro. Wash your face. Take a shower. Brush your hair. Come on.
That thou appear not unto men to fast,
So that nobody even knows you doing your Day of Atonement. Come on.
but unto thy Father which is in secret.
That's the only person that needs to know that you're doing this. Come on.
And thy Father which seeth in secret shall reward thee openly.
And that's what you want. That's the sincere way to do it. You're not going to know that I'm fasting tomorrow. When brothers get on the YouTube on Sunday afternoon at 12 p.m. and teach until sundown, you're not going to be looking at brothers burnt out. Give me Matthew 4, brother. You know, Satan tempted Christ. He ain't eat for 40 days. Like, you're not going to get that energy from us. You're going to be looking at us like we're not fasting at all because we understand that scripture. But do y'all understand? We teaching this tonight so that y'all understand. Give me Ezra 8 and 21. 8 and 21.
Oh, you already did.
And everybody has it. Say Khan on the call. Ezra chapter 8 and verse 21.
Now Yaniv, our soldier Yaniv also. All right, now soldier Yaniv posted, there was a guy teaching we don't have to fast.
Wow.
There's other ways to afflict your soul. Hold on right now. The argument has always been, what does it mean that you afflict your soul? It has always been that. Brothers say afflict your soul could mean anything. It could mean, it doesn't mean you're fasting. Fasting is fasting. Afflicting your soul is just humbling yourself to the Lord. It doesn't, how is it a feast day? These are the feasts, Leviticus 23. How is it a feast day if you're not eating? That's lack of understanding. Go to Isaiah 58 and read verse 3. Hold what you got. Wait, we're going to go to Isaiah 58 and verse 3. When everybody have it, say Con. Read this.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 58 and verse 3. Wherefore have we fasted?
Why have we fasted?
Say they, and thou seest not.
And you're not acknowledging us.
Wherefore have we afflicted our soul?
What was the purpose of afflicting our soul?
And thou takest no knowledge.
If the Most High is not going to acknowledge it, according to this verse, fasting is afflicting yourself. Read verse 6.
Verse 6. Is not this the fast that I have chosen? To look the bands of
To loose
the bands of wickedness, to undo the heavy burdens, and to let the oppressed go free, and that ye break every yoke.
That's the fast that the Lord has chosen. A lot of brothers go to this scripture to bring out, what fasting is for. It's to loose you from the bonds of your oppression, which could be misfortune. It could be sickness and illness. It could be mental illness. It could be frustration. It could be difficulties in your relationships with your wives, husbands, or children, or family members. And the Most High could fix that. That's something that we got to have faith in. We could look at a difficulty and go, it will take so much to fix this and make this right. And we could actually rationalize as intelligent people that, man, this is probably just going to be this way till it's over. It's just too much moving parts. It's too complicated to work this out. But for those of us that have faith, the Most High could just fix that. Because me and my wife, we ain't been getting along in 6-7 months, man. We barely even talk, man. I don't even see it working out. I think we're going to go our separate ways, or the Most High could fix that. But that requires faith. A lot of people don't have no faith. The whole trial of this life that you live in 2023 AD is a trial of your faith. Are you going to believe? Why are you doing a Day of Atonement if you don't believe? It's madness.
It makes no sense.
I believe. Read it again. This is what the Lord going to do for me because I believe. And that's the way you're supposed to believe. You're supposed to believe as if he has already done it for you. That way you know that you're not doubting. Else you be doubting. And doubt is not faith. Faith is not doubt. What's faith? I know it's going to work out. What's doubt? It's probably not going to work out. Doubt is not faith. You have to banish your doubt to have faith. But some people are too cynical to banish doubt. I'm not about to get my hopes up. I know that's never going to work out. Come on, bro. I'm not stupid. Yeah, I'm an Israelite, but I know that's not going to go that way. Right? You have no faith. Yeah, that's lame, bro. Like, I live in reality. Okay, reality is not based on faith. It's not reality to walk on water. It's not reality to call millstones of fire from the sky and kill all the Philistines that was beleaguering you. It's not reality. It's not reality for a dead man to rise up and live. It's not reality for the blind to see again. It's not reality for a man with a withered hand to be healed, a woman with a severe scoliosis back to be straightened. That's not reality. That doesn't happen. It's not reality for a man with lame legs to walk again. He's crippled. That's it. Oh, he's walking. He's carrying his bed. He's all right. That doesn't happen. That's not reality. Yet you call yourself a believer. You need to check yourself. Have faith that the Lord is going to do this for you, or don't bother with it, because you actually pulling my fast down. I believe in it like a spirit bomb with Goku in them, where everybody put their collective energy together and to make something happen. I believe in a bunch of Israelites fasting on a Day of Atonement, whatever day y'all keeping it, and the Most High got his file, that all of that collective faith and the Most High move and do something for us, man. Stop messing it up for me because you have no faith. You're faithless. Go over there. Go be Kemet. Go be with them. All right? Because I believe the Most High going to do it. Read this. Verse 6. This is what the Lord is going to do.
Verse 6. Is not this the fast that I have chosen? To loosen the bands of wickedness, to undo the heavy burdens, and to let the oppressed go free?
Come on.
And that ye break every yoke? Is it not to deal thy bread to the hungry, and that thou bring the poor that are cast out to thy house? When thou seest the naked, that thou cover him, and that thou hid not thyself from thine own flesh?
So what the Most High is going to do is he's going to loose the bands of wickedness. Okay? That's what he's going to do. He's going to undo the heavy burdens, your financial burden, your relationship burden, your health burden. That's what it says. Is that what it says?
God, that's what it says.
You have to go in your closet by yourself, in your bathroom, in your bedroom, and think, do I really believe in this? Or is this just something that I do? That's on you.
Verse 8.
I don't believe that like the Most High is gonna heal me. I know I'm sick, but the Lord ain't gonna fix me. Like he ain't gonna, bro. That's just not gonna happen. I'm gonna die from this, but I'm just gonna be a good sport about it. You have no faith. You're afraid to have faith because you don't want to be disappointed, and that's weak. That's a weak personality trait. You're afraid to have faith because you don't want to be disappointed. So you just rather live like you've lost already. I'm gonna let the Most High disappoint me. I'm gonna let the Most High not give me something that I prayed for because I'm gonna have faith that that's for my own good. See what I'm saying? What zone is your mind in? What is this truth for if not to make you have faith? Right. Is it to just make you don't deal with Edomites and you wear fringes sometimes? Brothers got their beards. Is that what this is? I'll debate you. I'll cut you. Is that what this is about? Or is this truth really about, yo, I have faith now. Brothers taught me the faith of God. And I have a different outlook on life because I'm moving and walking by faith, not by sight. That's really what this is about, man. Do your own soul searching. I can't believe for you. But when I get in front of this camera, it gets less and less about trying to say something clever and witty and show you something interesting in the Bible. It gets more about, hey, yo, I really do this every week, week in, week out. This is really my life now. You gonna make it your life? That's what I'm more getting towards in my teaching. Okay, all right, brother. You understand we the Israelites is 12 tribes and you instantly want to get to the debate talk. Bro, is this your life? You believe we the chosen people? Or you think you're just black with no history, just a slave? You're a Bantu, you're nothing. Or do you believe that these prophecies point to you? And this is you. You're going to have to make the decision. The Most High going to break them yokes free, man. This economy is garbage. People can't find work. Do the Day of Atonement with the right spirit and faith. Instead of saying, I'm going to do the Day of Atonement, but ain't shit going to change because it's just how it is. I'm going to do the Day of Atonement because I need this from the Lord, and he gave me the opportunity to earn it from him. Here come the Christians. Oh, you think your works, brother? Your works? Faith is a work, stupid. Faith is a work. Your faith is dead without works, dummy. So guess what? Yeah, I got faith that the Most High can do this, and he gave me a job to do, and I'm going to be a faithful steward and do that job. I'm going to be excited to do it with a smile on my face, and I'm going to be sincere. And if I don't get it, I'm still going to do it again because I know the Most High got something better for me. That's the way you got to walk through this life. Stop being a damn cynic and damn negative. Sick of you. That's why nobody want to be around you. Stop being like that. Be a joyful believer in Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Change your attitude. Once you change, give me Amos. Y'all got the wrong attitude.
If you want Amos.
Amos 5. What numbers?
Yes. Where's that? That's not 5, is it? I don't see it. It might be 6.
What does it say?
I'll find it. I don't want to give it away.
It's Amos.
Wait.
I can't find it. Hold on a second. Give me Amos 8 and 5. So 5 was right.
8 and 5.
8 and 5.
When everyone has to say con.
Amos 8 and 5.
Start at 4.
Now, this book of Amos, chapter 8 and verse 4. Hear this, O ye that swallow up the needy, even to make the poor of the land to fail.
How you make the poor of the land to fail? You're negative. The little hope and faith that they got, you crush that with your negativity, your cynical attitude. We can always count on when you come around, the vibe in the room going down. When you come around, we can bank on it, baby. Oh, here he come. About to be negative. Oh, everything sucks. Here you come. You're just here because you gotta be. You ain't happy to see nobody here. You come to a place you ain't happy to see nobody there. Why you go? But people will do that, right?
Yeah.
Make 2 plates too at that place. But don't smile, don't hug nobody. Don't even say hello, how's your day? Don't give a shit about your day. Excuse my language. I'm being real. Don't care about how your day go. I'm just here. A lot of y'all are like that. You make the poor to fail because you're so negative. Read on.
Saying, when will the new moon be gone?
And that's your attitude. When is the new moon going to be over with, man? Come on.
That we shall sell corn.
So that we can get some money out here. Read.
And the Sabbath, that we may set forth wheat.
And when is the Sabbath going to be over so we can get back to doing our thing, man?
Stuff to do, man.
Yo, that attitude sucks to be around. I'm sorry for using choice words. I've also gonna work on changing that. Sorry for using choice words while bringing the doctrine. Bless it. You know, brothers got to kick doctrine correctly and not be so crass. Let's be eloquent orators. 5 points will jade you and make you angry and make you teach a certain way. And I understand you, but let's still even be better. All right. Listen, man. Read verse 7. Where's your faith? Where's your attitude? Read verse 7.
The Lord hath sworn by excellency of Jacob. Surely I will never forget any of their works.
And the Most High be remembering that attitude, man. The Most High remembers that attitude. You're not excited for nothing. You're not a brother. You're not a sister. You're not a friend. You're just negative. You know? You don't lift nobody up, but you're like a vacuum for upliftment, though. You'll take the uplifting from everyone around you. It's going to be all right, bro. Hey, this is going to work out. I believe in you. You need me to help you with this? You'll take all of that. And then when it's time for you to give it out, all you give out is negativity. We don't need you tomorrow while we trying to fast. I need a brother that's going to rejoice with me while we do the Day of Atonement, man. And believe that things are going to change for us for the better. And it's not corny and hokey, you know, cheesy. Oh, things are going to change for the better. You know, things change for the better. That's how y'all mock me when I start talking like this. I know, but I believe it, man. The Most High have done things for me in my life that don't make sense. There are places that I've been in my life where I knew that I ruined my life, and I asked the Most High to save me out of that situation, and he did, bro. And I was super wicked. If he can hear me when I'm wicked, of course he's going to listen to me when I'm trying my best. And if I don't get my way, I'm going to be happy because I have faith, so I know that it's for my own good. There's a meme that goes around of a baby begging for a teddy bear saying, but I want it. And she's being denied the teddy bear. She's like, but I really, really want it. And the person that's denying her has a gigantic teddy bear behind their back. But they crying and moaning because they want that ratty, dirty one that they think they want. Not knowing that there's a greater reward if you be patient. Some of y'all got to think about that, man. All right. So this is your preparation for the fast. These are the things I want you to think about. Go ahead.
Now I was going to say, there's another saying, the same God that you're upset with that didn't answer your prayers immediately is the same God that didn't destroy you immediately. And that having that mindset of I need to be rewarded and answered by my God when I do this and do that, when I do what he's commanded me to do, is the wrong mindset to have, because you're supposed to do what you're commanded to do anyway. So expecting a reward from the Most High because you're suffering, like that's not the right mentality to have. You need to be, my reward is serving the Lord. So that when the Lord, if the Lord doesn't reward you with what it is you want to receive, then guess what? Your mind is, hey, this is positive. This is good. This is good that I did this thing. My reward was serving the Lord on this day, because I could have not seen this day.
That's right, brother. You could have not made it.
Right.
Be grateful for something, man. Oh, I didn't get the job. I don't have a house. Oh, I don't have a car. And you just moping around, man. Just moping around. Negative. Be grateful for something. Give me Ezra 8 and 21.
Con. It's the book of Ezra, chapter 8 and verse 21.
Let the people get there.
And everybody has to say con.
That's the spirit. Brothers on the call tonight. I like that.
Con, number been.
Brothers on the call tonight. I can hear my brothers that I'm in class with them.
Mm-hmm.
We doing it virtually. I like that. Read what you got.
Con, and it reads, Then I proclaimed a fast there at the river of Ahava, that we might afflict ourselves before our God.
One more precept you need. Fast is afflicting yourself. You're denying yourself. Brothers and sisters, man, we can do this together as a unit. We can move the Most High to save us off here. Do y'all even believe in that? Do y'all believe that the Most High is going to destroy this world the way that it is now and put you at the top of the next world? Do you believe it? All that Facebook, Clubhouse fan base, YouTube, Instagram, social media, Twitter, all of that's gonna pass away. All of that talking about being an Israelite gonna pass away. The Lord gonna come down and establish his world and put you at the top of it. And you're gonna be a ruler in the earth. You men, you're gonna be like gods, the Bible says. You women, you're gonna have servants beyond servants, more than Sheba had. You sisters, you're gonna be elevated. Do you ever look at yourself and say, do I even deserve that? How would I behave if given that? Am I even that type of person to receive that type of reward? Like, am I a goofy? Is my mind even on that? I watched a video the other day of an autistic child who's nonverbal, and his mother records herself say good morning to him every single day. And she has a camera in the room just to watch him to make sure he's safe. She comes in the room and says good morning. He looks her in the face and says good morning. And she almost fainted. And since she didn't respond, he said it again, good morning. Then he got up and frolicked into the kitchen, oblivious as to what that meant to his mother. Mm-hmm. And she stood there on the floor, looked at this. It's recorded because she got a camera in that room. And she stood there on her knee. She wasn't standing. She was on her knees because she got down on her knees to speak to him. And she was still on her knees as he ran away, looking this way, like she couldn't believe it happened. Mm-hmm. That's how many of y'all are going to be when the Most High changed this world. You never thought it would happen. You never thought it would happen. You thought this was just to make you feel better about the reality that you trapped in. I could be a Hebrew Israelite. Make me feel better about being black in America. You know, white man gonna be destroyed. It's my club. Makes me feel good. Did you ever stop for a second and ask yourself, do you have faith in what we teach and that it's gonna come to pass and what that means? Do you know what it means for the blood to be up to the horse's bridle? Right. For Jacob to be a fire and Esau to be stubble? Do you know what that means? For every nation that has afflicted you, every one of them to go into captivity, do you know what that means for you?
Yeah, that's important for you.
Like, do you know what that means? Like, you're worried about the mall and sneakers and like who's gonna win this football game with Deion Sanders. Like, it's a party I'm trying to go to.
Right.
And the Most High could destroy this place. You could be saved out of it. given a white robe, and now you're in line, and Yahushua is giving out crowns. Do you know what that means? Is the next thought gonna be, damn, I never got to see that movie I wanted to watch. It's never gonna come out now. Is that what you're gonna think next?
Not if you make it.
Yo, that girl, I got her number. We was gonna go out tomorrow. I was gonna smack. None of them people gonna be in that line that think like that.
No.
Because you love this world and the things in it. So you're gonna perish with this world and the things in it.
That's right.
Your mind got to be on spiritual things. Your treasures can't be in this world. Your treasures have to be in the world to come. And if your mind ain't on that, it's my fault because I ain't teaching it. That's why I'm teaching like this right now. Just giving you something to think about. What is on your mind? Brothers looking around now. Somebody had to hang up and go think. Right? What is on your mind? So when we do this Day of Atonement, what is on your mind, bruv? What is on your mind? I'm just doing it because that's what I do now. I'm married to an Israelite. I'm just doing it because that's what I do. My father became an Israelite. Damn. Well, now we doing this. I'm doing it because this is what I do. I've been stopped believing this. I used to teach in the street, but I don't want the stigma that comes with being a fallout. So I just do it now. I don't, it's whatever, man. I don't even think the Most High give a damn what we doing down here. Are you that person?
How can the Lord respect that?
Your faith is small, and it's your existence is meaningless now. My life has an important meaning when I found out that I'm an Israelite. It made sense of everything that I ever been through.
That's right.
Everything I ever thought of when it came to just the history of my people took on a whole new meaning. And I had a brand new outlook of life. It was like my first time drinking water when I learned I was an Israelite. And you got to go forward on that. Okay? Or you could just be going through the motions like, this is what I do now. Right? We don't want to be like that. This ain't just what I do now. This is what I get to do now.
It's my life.
Not I got work. I have to work. It's people out here that can't make no money, been unemployed for 1.5 years, and then can't get a job because they've been unemployed for 1.5 years. Big gaps in their resume. So when they go to do the interview, why you haven't been working? I've been trying to work. I couldn't get any. You can't even say that in the interview. It's a trap. Esau's system sucks. It's a burden in the way, right? And here it is, you getting bread, got a job to wake up every day, and you're not appreciative. This is how we got to look at the Day of Atonement. You get to keep the Day of Atonement.
Right.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
And you know what it means.
Like you could be doing Ramadan, which the Most High ain't dealing with, thinking you doing something for nothing, destined for destruction.
Right.
In your ignorance too.
Right.
You're going to perish in your ignorance. Here it is, you know that you are Israelite. It's a great gift and it's a blessing to do the Day of Atonement. Khan? They sleep. So what I'm saying is this. They awake now. They're awake now. You get to do the Day of Atonement. Congratulations.
Right.
You get to have Passover. And the thing about it is, you don't want to do Day of Atonement, new moon, first fruits, dedication, Purim, trumpets, tabernacles. You hate tabernacles. That's just, to you, that's the biggest waste of time. Now I got to go stay in this tent. I'm going to miss everything. Right? But when Passover comes, you hype to do Passover. And think about how offensive that is to the Most High. That you only want to do the Passover because it's fun to you. You don't even want to do the Passover for the reason it's a Passover.
Right.
See, it's all about your attitude. and redesigning how you approach this truth, how you approach your marriage, how you approach being a parent, how you approach being a son and a daughter. I get to listen to my parents. Some people's parents is gone. Some people's parents left them. And you mad because your mother said pick up your bedroom, and you throwing stuff at the wall talking about you hate her, that she don't let you go to a party where some niggas is gonna kill you at the end of the night.
Right.
No, you get to have parents. You get to live in their house rent free. You get to eat dinner. You get to go on family vacation. You're mad you're going on vacation because you're just ungrateful. Y'all going to Universal Studios or whatever y'all do. Go to Florida or go on a boat trip or whatever y'all do.
Y'all got an annual family trip, and this kids ain't never left out of Georgia.
And you're mad you get to go on vacation and I got to sit in traffic in Atlanta. And you're chilling. It's all about how you look at it. You can't even appreciate it because you're looking at it wrong. Learn to appreciate the Day of Atonement. You've been looking at it wrong. You do not know how to look at this day. You look at it like a burden in a way. You get to keep Day of Atonement. Congratulations. That's what I wanted to imprint on the people's minds tonight. All right? Y'all brothers want to say anything? That's good? That's good. All right. It's 10:18. We're going to do Q&A on the call.
Q&A session has started.
If you got questions on the fan base, raise your hand. If you have questions on the YouTube, go ahead and write it now in the comments.
If you're a member on YouTube and you've been asking questions already, please just go ahead and re-ask your question because y'all brothers and sisters been talking in there the whole time, so we kind of lost your questions. If you're not a member of the YouTube and you want your question answered, I highly suggest that you call this number at the bottom and use the access code, because the phone call has priority, and we got brothers and sisters lining up in the queue now. So if you want your question answered, go ahead and jump in there. For the brothers and sisters, the one thing I did see, brothers and sisters was asking, can I drink water? What can I do? On a fast, you can have a water fast. There's multiple different fasts you can have. You can have a water fast. You can fast from watching TV. You can fast from playing video games.
Put it in the bottom.
You can fast from multiple different things.
Lift the top.
But tomorrow's fast at sundown is a completely dry fast. You are not to eat anything and you are not to drink anything for the 24-hour period. From sundown Saturday afternoon on the 23rd to sundown Sunday afternoon.
Turn it on
the 24th.
Hold the power button.
At even.
Hold the power button.
All right. So just to answer that general question that brothers and sisters been asking.
It'll activate.
No, you cannot drink water on the Day of Atonement. All right. That wouldn't be a part of afflicting your soul.
You know how to do it? Hold on 1 second as we fix this camera. We're trying to put the high def camera back on. Let it rest and just hold the power button. Just hold it for a second. Is it lighting up?
The green buttons the green dots are lit up on the side. But
it should blink blue.
No, it hasn't done that yet.
Set it up straight at rest position. No, like turn it sideways. No, this way. Yeah, no, the other way. Yeah. Let it rest. Wow.
That's right now?
Yeah. The fact that it's propped up like that means it's working. Hold on, Israel. We're going to get your Q&A. Haha. Perfect. Turn it around. It's all right, Doc. It's all right. You tried your best. Turn it this way. Spin it. No, use the button. More. Haha. We back in the game, man. Back in the game. Looks much better. Now, come this way. More. Right there. All right.
All right.
Now, did you answer their question about can you drink the water?
Con. The answer is no. You're not supposed to drink any water tomorrow.
It's a dry fast, complete fast. Okay.
Con. All right.
And you've already been exhorted what to do if you need to eat for medical reasons. What's the next question?
We're gonna take the first question from the call. All right, caller, you're up. Shalom, Yabashim Yasharakata. What's your question?
Shalom, I got a two-part question. Who is Yahweh, like all the people that he was on earth?
We teach that Christ is.
Oh, he talking about the reincarnation?
Yeah, we teach the only thing that Sons of Thunder teach is that which we can prove with a scripture. We understand points that brothers make when they suggest other things, and we get it. However, as a camp, we don't teach it unless we can read that.
Right.
So Christ, we teach that he was Melchizedek because we can read that, right? He's the like figure. But we do not teach that Christ was Solomon or Isaac or Zerubbabel, even though we understand,
or
Eliakim, even though we understand why brothers say that,
or Adam,
and we see your point that you're making and what precepts you're using. However, we just refrain from teaching that. Baba Kasha. All right.
What was your next question?
We got so many in the queue. Let's stick to one for now.
Okay, just call back and try to not call back, but try to get back in the queue. We're gonna go to the next one. All right, 210. You're up next. Shalom.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, it's not really a question. You know, I heard you talking to the people that have a problem, you know, physical problem and stuff like that, right?
Yes.
A lot of them, they need to go to their doctor and tell them exactly what they're doing instead of going to tell them that they're fasting. You have to tell them what their fast consists of, so that they could, you know, they could rightfully tell them how to prepare and get themselves ready for it, you know, because if everybody can't do a fast. Diabetic, people with heart problems and things like that.
Right.
But they need to consult their doctor before they even come to this thing of asking y'all, you know, they get the information, but they need to go back to their doctor because he knows them. They could be telling you anything on his telephone, you know what I mean? And it puts them in a compromised position.
That's right, brother.
I wanted to state that, you know.
Khan, thank you for that, brother. Thank you for that.
All right, brother.
Yeah, there's a scripture. I can't remember where it's at, but it's telling you to trust the physician.
Yeah, use him for what he's for.
Yeah, that's not right.
Monique Stanford says, and she's a member, she says, can I get some clarity on the book of Jasher? The Sons of Thunder Israelites subscribe to the 80 books. Why?
You gotta pick it up over there. They can't see.
Oh, they can't see it. Why? The 80 books are your King James with the Apocrypha included. Why? Because we know the translators who translated that. We know their certification on reading the Hebrew. We know what manuscripts they used and what resources they used to bring you this translation. We can do none of that research for the book of Jasher that we possess today. We cannot do that research. Yes, there are fragments of Jasher that have been found in the Dead Sea Scrolls. However, those fragments do not contain the entirety of even a chapter. How can we prove that the Jasher we are reading today is the book of Jasher that was referred to in the Old Testament. We can't prove that. Since we cannot prove that, we cannot fact check it. You need to fact check this Bible. You pick up the wrong English translation and you're going to be reading something that don't belong. Especially when it comes to matters of Christ and him being in the Trinity. You get the wrong translation, they adding words that was never there. And you know how we can fact check that? Because we have the manuscript tradition and we can do the textual criticism to compare and contrast and see if that translation is correct or spurious. We could do that, but you cannot do that with the book of Jasher, the book of Enoch, the 12 patriarchs, the apocalypse of Moses, the apocalypse of Adam, the book of Adam and Eve, the second Enoch, and all those pseudepigraphal texts. You cannot do that with them, and that is why we reject them. We're not telling you that the book of Jasher does not exist, which really means the book of the right, which is the Bible. We can't tell you that it doesn't exist, but we can tell you we don't subscribe to it because we can't fact check it. Good question. Also, one of the major flaws in that book you can find in the 16th chapter, where it says that Esau, the man Esau, was the one who killed Nimrod. Those two men lived in two different time periods, and it would have been impossible. That doesn't even make sense. It would have been impossible for Esau to be the person who killed Nimrod. So that's completely inaccurate. Yeah, that doesn't even make sense. You know, the timeline. We don't have another one in there, so we're gonna go to the next on the call. 314.
So, the other question I had was, if I don't really know if y'all subscribe to this, but I was posed this question. I was kind of confounded when I was asked. Brother asked me, what's the point of keeping the laws if all Israel is going to be reborn in the kingdom anyway?
What scripture says all Israel is going to be reborn in the kingdom? What scripture they using for that?
I don't know. It just came up in the midst of the conversation. I didn't get a scripture.
There is no scripture that says all Israel will be reborn in the kingdom. As SOT don't teach that. We don't teach that. Just because you are Israelite, you're going to be saved. Because guess why? The flesh profiteth nothing. It would be no point to any of those New Testament teachings if you was going to automatically be saved just because you were Israelite.
Right. It would be no point of the teaching of being a Jew only outwardly.
It wouldn't matter because you're a Jew. Well, you're lucky because you're going to be saved. But I'd rather you do this. No, it's not taught that way. Somebody got to be destroyed. 2/3 got to be destroyed. Right. Now, why do brothers teach that they're going to be reborn in the kingdom? One way is because
I can't hear y'all right now.
Why not?
It just sounds real far.
I don't know what to do, Ak. Maybe it's your reception. Now, check this out. One reason people teach that Israel's going to be reborn in the kingdom as our children, which is an original One West teaching, right? They taught that in their original school, and the elders carried that teaching, is because there's no new thing under the sun, which means there are no new spirits. And if there are no new spirits, who are the spirits of the children that we would have should we make it to the kingdom? Who are they? But the Lord also said, if he wanted to, he could turn these stones into sons of Abraham. Am I correct in quoting that?
That's in Romans chapter 9.
And that means the Most High could do whatever he want. If he want to make new spirits, he could. And make it there. They have no connection to the world from before. They just brand new out here. All they know is the righteousness that they born into is very possible. Let's not dwell too much on that. But you got something?
Yeah.
Got it.
This is just going to the fact that all Israel is going to be reborn into the kingdom. And with this passage, it doesn't really make sense to me. John chapter 1, and I'm going to start at verse 11. It says, he came unto his own, speaking of Christ, and his own received him not. But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of God, even to them that believe on his name, which were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man, but of God. So a lot of Christians will come to this specific passage to say, see, he ain't making the Israelites the sons of God. But that's not what this is saying. This is still talking about Israel, but you're not going to get the kingdom just because you Israel.
Right.
It wouldn't make sense for this to say, which were born not of blood. Well, how else can I be born?
Mm-hmm.
This is talking about a spiritual rebirth. When you go through John chapter 3, you have to be born again. Those who are born again of Israel, who accept Christ, who keep his commandments, those are the ones who are going to get the kingdom.
Precept.
There will also be no purpose of the teaching of repentance unto the Gentiles, and there will be no purpose of the.
Just let everybody do what they're gonna do.
Right.
They're Israel anyway.
They're gonna make it if they're supposed to make it.
Yeah.
No, we don't teach that, you know. And we hope that all Israel shall be saved, but all the Israel that's going to be saved is the Israel that was meant to be saved.
Right.
But all Israelites, somebody is wicked. Some Israelites will not bow down to the Most High, and the Most High going to use them as an example. Those is going to be the rebels that's purged. You understand? Let's not dwell too long. All right. How do I know whose question? Oh, 276. Your question or comment?
Water for the lesson, water for the Shabbat. I had a quick question on Sirach 28 and 6. When it says, like, remember corruption and death, I just wanted to know if the precept, Sirach 14 and 17, when it says the first covenant from the beginning is that thou shalt die to death. I'm wondering if that was the correct precept for that.
You said 23 and 6?
28.
28 and 6.
Read it.
It reads, remember thy end and let enmity cease. Remember corruption and death and abide in the commandments.
So don't forget that you can be corrupted and die.
Right.
Keep the commandments and live.
That's what he's saying.
Remember that we all haste to the grave, but we're going to be judged when we get there. So let the enmity stop. Let the fighting and bickering and wickedness cease. And he wanted to couple that with what?
Sirach 14 and I believe he said 17.
Sirach 14 and what?
17.
Read.
14 and 16.
Come on. All flesh waxeth old as a garment, for the covenant from the beginning is, thou shalt die the death.
That's not necessarily talking about scriptural covenant either.
No.
That's matter of fact language, meaning just know you're going to die. We all going to die. That's what he's really talking about.
Shut that like one of the princes.
You understand that?
I know that.
All praises. He's not there. The covenant was never death. The covenant was life. So he's just telling you, remember, once you was born, you're going to die. Don't forget that. Let me take one of the call. We got a big queue here. She's on the screen. 480. What's your question or comment?
Shalom, prospect. Lord, thank you.
Shalom.
Shalom. So I was reading 1 Samuel. My question is based on 1 Samuel 16 and 10 and 1 Chronicles 2:12, where it lists Jesse having 7 sons in 1 Samuel 16:10, but in 1 Chronicles 2:12 to 15, when you read the names, it lists them as 7 sons. So I said that backwards. 8 sons in 1 Samuel 16:10, 1 Chronicles 2 and 12 lists as 7 sons. So I was just hoping you can help me reconcile that.
You don't have to reconcile genealogies. That's why Paul said, do not strive over endless genealogies. When you look at Kings, Chronicles, and Samuel, the records disagree in several places. The author of Kings has it one way. The author of Chronicles has it another way. These are accounts. This is not thus saith the Lord. This isn't like the Most High inspired somebody to take and write this. These are records that real Israelites kept. That's what you're reading in these places. Thus saith the Lord is prophetic speech. But when you read Esther, Ruth, When you read Chronicles and Kings, when you read Samuel, you're reading an account. It's like reading the gospel. That's not something that no one knew about, and then God inspired them to write it down. That's something that somebody has an account of and recorded it. That's what's happening here. So when you look at 2 Samuel 16, 1 Samuel 16 and 12, 10 rather, read that.
1 Samuel 16 and 10. Again, Jesse made 7 of his sons to pass before Samuel. And Samuel said unto Jesse, the Lord hath not chosen these.
And how many sons did it say?
7.
Now go to 1 Chronicles 2 and read verse 13.
First Chronicles says it's 7 as well.
Read it.
Come on. This book of 1 Chronicles, chapter 2 and verse 13. And Jesse begot his firstborn Eliab and and Abinadab the second, and Shema the third, Nathaniel the fourth, and Radai.
Like when you read these names, don't sound it out. Read it the best you can.
Uzman the sixth, David the seventh.
That's 7.
It numbered it 7.
That's not even a discrepancy for as far as I can see. Were you talking about a different verse, Ak?
So, and if you don't mind, in 1 Samuel 16, 10, if I may, it says, make sure I'm reading the right one.
You said 1 Samuel 16 and 10?
Yes. Yeah, 16, 10. And
Oh, he's saying because David wasn't there, he's the 8th son.
Exactly.
Right?
Salaki, yes, I don't want.
So good. So now that's his point.
Oh,
There's
okay,
8 sons there, but this says he only has 7. And that goes into the accounting of the people who write this. The Muslims like to attack things like this. They say, how can this be of God and this is not right? Bro, the book of Chronicles exists because a scribe wrote this down. It's history. You understand?
Right. It's a historic account.
Did David have 7 sons?
Did he?
Yes. I mean, not David. Jesse. Did Jesse have 7 sons?
Yes.
All right.
Was David one of them?
Yes, David was one of them. So there's no problem there.
Then you have matters like, well, what was written first, right? You think the Bible's in chronological order when it's not.
It's not.
You don't know. You understand? Did they have access to this chronicle when they were scribing Samuel in this area? Or is the manuscript that survived, they got 7? Are there manuscripts that exist where it does say 8? You don't know. You have to go with what you have. That's why you got to separate the word of the Lord from accounts. When you read an account, somebody's telling you that's how it went from his recollection. When you read thus saith the Lord, there's something miraculous that happened. Right. All prophecies say the same thing. Right?
People think the way people record these accounts is they're following around these men and they're scribing it as it's happening.
Passed down.
No. This
through persecution.
It's history. It's history that has to be taught to one and then taught to the next and taught to the next.
That's right.
That's how it happens.
And it has to survive until today.
Yeah.
Something else that our Muslim friends don't understand.
Yeah. Right.
When they come in the medieval period, when there's easier ways to preserve things,
right?
And this is from ancient times where they were writing on animal skin and it was crumbling into dust. Right. You got to make another copy if you want one. Right. There might be a whole church that don't have First Chronicles and you have to travel if you want to see that scroll. Right. It was like that.
And mind you, there was wars too.
We have this sister, Nadanya. She says, can I get clarity on sex is marriage? Is marriage us agreeing to a covenant and sex making it valid? What if we agree to a covenant and plan to meet? Is that not a marriage without sex? Hold on. Sex is marriage because the act of sex consummates a marriage. Right?
Right.
A home run is hitting the ball out of the stadium, but a home run is really covering 4 bases.
Right.
So I don't have to hit the ball out of the stadium to get a home run, as long as I cover 4 bases. If consummating a marriage, making a marriage complete and sealing the deal is sex, well, when y'all had sex, y'all sealed the deal.
Done.
Yeah, we didn't do the setup before,
Right.
but you did the key thing, which is sealing the deal. Y'all married. That's why we teach that sex is marriage. It's hard for people to understand. It's inconvenient, especially if you gave into your flesh and you don't want to be with that person, right? Or situations change and you no longer want to be with that person. Then we start creating all new scenarios on why sex is not marriage. My daddy didn't give you permission. Well, you didn't ask for that when you was laying with him.
Right.
Right.
Well, I never signed nothing with her. You didn't ask her to sign nothing when you was laying with her, bro. And growing into that maturity is going to make us a holy people. All right?
Oh, you done with that one?
Yeah. 704, what's your question or comment?
Shalaki, Adawan, Shalom.
Shalom.
I was looking for help. I was in Matthew 1:18, and I wanted to get a better understanding of the verbiage that they're using that was written here. I know Christ was born of seed.
Of course.
When it says, when as his mother Mary was espoused to Joseph before they came together.
All right, before they came together is based on the Greek word saying before they had cohabitation or congenial cohabitation. This is before they lived together. And guess who taught that tonight and cut himself and put that book down fast? Vocab Malone.
Yeah.
He read a source that said there are several ways you can get married, right? And he said it is frowned upon if you were having sex before y'all lived together. And didn't even mean to make that point, closed the book and tried to go start talking about something else. Because that's what the problem was, that she was found with child before they were dwelling together before the eyes of the congregation.
Right.
They was already sealed the deal.
Her food and raiment.
You understand? Brother say,
That's water.
all right, that's our understanding and breakdown, because we do not believe in a virgin birth in the sense that Joseph is not Christ's father, because then Christ cannot be the seed of David.
Right.
Yazabad, question or comment?
I had a question. I had you on a breakdown with the edges chapter 4, verse 34.
It's hard to understand.
I think he said
It's hard to understand you, Ak.
it's kind of muffled.
Can you hear me now?
Not really. I can make it out. What you trying to say?
Yeah, I don't want to asking if you could break down 2nd Esdras chapter 4, verse 34 through 42, if that's not too much.
It is too much. That's a lesson. You supposed to study it. You supposed to study it and have a question. Read 2nd Esdras 4 and 34.
This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 4 and verse 34. And he answered me, saying, do not thou hasten above the most highest, for thy haste is in vain to be above him, for thou hast much exceeded.
Come on.
Did not the souls of also the righteous ask question of these things in their chambers, saying, how long shall I hope on this fashion? When cometh the fruit of the floor of our reward? And unto these things Uriel, the archangel, gave them answer and said, even when the number of seeds is filled in you, for he hath weighed the world in the balance. By measure hath he measured the times, and by number hath he numbered the times. He doth not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled.
Come on.
Then answered I and said, O Lord, that bearest rule, even we all are full of iniquity.
Sin.
And for our sakes, peradventure, it is that the floors of the righteous are not filled, because of the sins of them that dwell upon the earth.
Come on.
He answered me and said, Go thy way to a woman with child, and ask her when she hath fulfilled her 9 months, if her womb may keep the birth any longer within her.
Mm-hmm.
Then said I, No, Lord, that can she not. And he said unto me, In the grave the chambers of souls are like the womb of a woman.
Come on.
For like as a woman that travaileth maketh haste to escape the necessity of the travail, even so do these places haste to deliver those things that are committed unto them.
So that means that when you look at the book of Genesis and it says, I saw men ascending and descending on a ladder. But when you look at the woman, the witch, when she was asked to bring up Samuel, and she asked, what does she see? She said, I see gods coming in out of the earth, descending and ascending out of the earth. That's what that's talking about. The chamber of souls is not hell or Sheol. It's the spiritual world that holds your spirit. And the Most High is letting us know that them spirits want to come back and live and experience. So the Most High sends these spirits back. That's how John the Baptist is Elijah. He's the spirit returning. It's just basically telling you that these spirits thirst and hunger to live again. What does a man know? You ever think about it? What does a man know? You know, eating, drinking, love, sadness, life, breathing air. Okay, I translate you to the spiritual world, right? But you never got to enjoy the earth to its fullest.
You want to be.
You want to be. Daniel was a eunuch. He never got to know the pleasure of a woman. So he's going to be translated and never experience this. Why?
Right.
No, he's going to live forever in the new Jerusalem in the world to come, because the kingdom is going to be on earth that is as it is in heaven. He lives again, and then he gets to enjoy the things that he never got to experience. He gets to live life abundantly. That's what Christ came for, that we may enjoy life abundantly. The slave has never had freedom. He never got to explore and be his own man and do as he pleased. So we're going to translate him to the kingdom. And what does he do? He played a harp all day. Holy, 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 holy. That's his day and his night. I'm not speaking down on the heavenly creatures that do that. I'm making a point. A human being, a human soul, he desires to live and experience. And the Most High promised us that. So it's a beautiful thing. And that's all he's saying, is that these chambers that hold these souls is bursting for them souls to get out. You understand that? I understand.
That's what makes destruction so scary, to not be, to not exist anymore.
Hey, Raheem Moore says, is it okay for a husband and wife to wear rings? Yes, that's the answer. There's no sin in that. I know brothers say that's an Egyptian custom. Where did the Lord say, thou shalt not wear a ring? Where there is no sin, where there is no law, there is no sin. And far be it from me to add burdens. I'm not going to tell you it's not okay to wear a ring. I'm going to mind my business. That's not against the commandments. Moses, question or comment?
Question. Shalom, Adawan.
Shalom.
I got a question. When I was in the Christian church, I was like in the youth group, something like that, like the youth group, right? And there will be the pastor who casts out demons. So I just want to ask, because Christ, casted out demons, but like the youth pastor that that was the leader of the youth group, he casted out demons, or he casted out demons in quotes. I want to understand, because he believed he was casting out demons. And then, in turn, I reckon I was like, okay, he might be casting out demons. But now that I've come out from the Christian church, it's still like a mystery to me in a sense, because like I will see these people shaking on the floor, spitting out blood, all that kind of stuff. So I'm just,
Madness.
I need to understand the clarification there, man.
You need to understand casting out demons?
Is he really casting out demons, or is he putting demons in there? You know what I'm trying to say?
I think when you do them big shows in the church, the spirit is not there, so it's fake. The Holy Spirit is not going to move for something that's done out of order. So
Okay.
if you're doing it for show, the Holy Spirit cannot aid. So even if anything supernatural is happening, Satan is doing that. You understand that?
Yeah, kind of.
God.
SOT Soldier Zakawar asks, is there a timeline for the book of Job?
Some teach that Moses relayed the story of Job. Some teach that Ezra relayed that story, and it's a Second Temple story. But others teach that it is an ancient story that Moses retold. Others say that it has an authentic authorship, and it has just been preserved. So the timeline of Job would be, I want to say, the Edomites exist, so therefore Jacob exists. So it has to be post Jacob, but I believe it's pre-Moses. But that's a speculation. You know, it could have taken place after Moses elsewhere in the earth. You know, that was going on in Uz. But remember, the Israelites was only 70 souls.
Yeah.
So now is a lot of argument that is post-Moses, right? It has to be. Else, how did Job get over there and not go with the rest of the Israelites into Egypt, right? So it makes a lot of sense for that argument. That is post-Moses. So, but I can't speak on anything definitively because it's not written.
People teach that it was a story for the learning of Israel as well. That it was an actual history.
That it didn't actually occur.
It didn't actually happen. That it was
I wouldn't say that though. I wouldn't subscribe to that doctrine. Jeremiah, question or comment?
Shalom, Adawan.
Shalom.
It's more of like a mixture of a statement and a question. Okay, now I know for sure that the kingdom is only for Israelites, right?
Yes.
And my question would be this. Okay, then if the kingdom is only for Israelites, what would it be, or like what would like be the fate for Adam, Isaac, and Abraham? Like, would they be considered Israelites as well too?
They're the sons of God. So basically, they're the chosen line. All right. So from the beginning of the chosen line on down, you're chosen. And then after that, the Israelites are the chosen. Simple as that. Once Israel comes on the scene, if you're from the blood of Israel, you're a part of the chosen line. Just keep the commandments.
When you
pre-Israel, there's a chosen line through Adam. Go ahead.
When you read the genealogy of Christ in Luke chapter 3, it goes from Adam all the way to Christ, and it calls every man that was listed in that genealogy a son of God.
You understand?
God, one.
All praises. 404, what's your question or comment?
What's going on, Joel?
Shalom.
Got a quick question for you. Yeah, shalom, man. Shabbat shalom. Are you guys, two questions real quick.
One question. One question.
All right. Are you guys going to be teaching tomorrow?
No camp.
In LA?
No camp. No camp.
All right, I was going to ask you about the dark moon, but I'll let it go.
The dark moon, what's your question?
Okay. I was going to ask you
The
about
first one don't count.
The first one don't count. All right, that's cool. All right, we're cool again. Let's. What about the dark moon versus the light moon? Psalms 81 verse 3, I believe. Yeah. Strong says that word. I guess new moon or
have you looked?
Moon.
Have you looked?
Point of time.
You're looking at the Blue Letter Bible for that word.
Yeah, that's one of the sources. Yep.
Have you looked at the Hebrew Chaldee lexicon?
No, I haven't.
Check that. Go look at that and read that for us. For that word specifically, new moon.
The Hebrew Chaldean lexicon.
Yeah, it's in the same. Just scroll down. It's the last lexicon on when you click on that word.
Okay. Gotcha. Because I noticed that you guys said that some people don't celebrate it on the same day. You said like whatever day you celebrate it on. And I'm curious, even though it says, I get where and I see how you guys see things, so I'm not trying to debate or anything like that. But I'm curious if it said full moon.
Read that for us. Read that for us,
right,
and
cool.
see if it really does say full moon, or if that's someone's opinion.
Oh, gotcha. So you want me to read it right now?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. It's a little weird. I'm not sure what a lot of this stuff is saying. It's Proverbs 7:20 and Psalms 81.
Give me a second. I'll read it.
Go ahead.
Con, you talking about H2320, right?
Yes. What's wrong with your phone?
Come on, let's move through this, Art. Make your point that you're trying to teach him. Just get to it. Instruct it.
No, that's not the word you're looking for. That says full.
It's H3677.
Con, the word for appointed time is what you was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
The Chaldee lexicon, the Chaldee lexicon, it reads, is the first day of the full moon, also the whole time of the full moon, and so it is often used by Barhebrius and Ephraim Sirius. The etymology is not clear to me, for it is not satisfactory to say that it is so called from the whole moon being then covered with light. Verbs of covering are often applied in the sense of hiding and covering over, but never, as far as I know, to that of giving light.
What does it mean?
So this is actually saying that the moon is being covered. It's not saying that it's the full moon. Do you see what we're reading up?
Yeah, I'm reading along with you guys, and I see how you guys see that for sure.
Well, it's not about how we see it. That's what it says.
No. I'm with you. I'm looking at where it says full moon as well. So is there a way to definitively say like this is that, or it's just kind of like, hey, if you choose one over the other, just because I think it's like 2 weeks apart, just make sure you follow it the same way with the same type of attitude as you were teaching earlier today, or are you saying that no, it's the dark moon, and that's how you should move forward?
Well, when we're looking at this word, it's even telling us that it's the dark moon. But either way, if a brother doesn't see it as being the dark moon, and they're sticking to, I see it as the full moon, then all praise to the Most High. And brothers is sincerely trying to keep the new moon. But from the evidence and the proof that we have, this wouldn't be saying that it's the full moon.
Gotcha. I'm going to read more into this. Thank you, guys. Thank you for taking the time.
No problem.
All right. Next question. 402, question or comment?
Question about the Day of Atonement.
Okay.
So, first off, thank you so much for the edification and classes and every weekly things. I appreciate you, brothers, for everything.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Secondly, I have a 1-year-old and I have a 4-year-old. How exactly do I go about with the Day of Atonement with them? And am I able to keep their minds off of things, to not have them think about eating or drinking or anything like that? Or is there a certain time, like a certain allotted time that they can, or how does that go exactly?
You know your children. If your child is going to howl and scream, he's going to ruin the Day of Atonement for you. This is how we was taught. If your child is going to howl and scream, he's 1. He don't even know why he's doing Day of Atonement. He's just screaming because he's hungry. Give him something to eat. Give him something to eat. He's ruining the Day of Atonement for you, who's consciously keeping it. He's a baby. He don't know what's going on. He's just doing it because you're making him do it anyway, right? So
right.
If he can't endure and he's wailing and screaming and crying and it's unbearable, give him something to eat and ask the Most High for mercy.
Okay, I understand. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's a child. That's not somebody who's consciously trying to keep the commandments and atone for sin. He's a child. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Now you can. That doesn't mean you can't try, but it's a 1-year-old. You got your work cut out for you.
Okay. Thank you for that.
And I give that answer because she's not gonna be able to call me, and I come over there and help her with the child.
Right.
That's why Christ said they put burdens on the people and don't lift a finger to make it easier. So now I'm gonna tell this woman, make your 1-year-old child fast all day, no food, no water. The child's like, what the hell? I'm 1. You know what I'm saying? He's going insane. So don't do that. All right. Babies too. Okay. A newborn baby. What he doing the Day of Atonement for? What he do?
Don't even understand what's going on.
You just got wailing and crying and throughout the camp, man. Oh, breastfeed your child and you be quiet and you fast.
Okay.
You understand?
Hasn't done any good or evil yet.
All right. So with that, we're gonna
Q&A session is over.
We're gonna end the Q&A. Deuteronomy 22 and 23. So they were married in the spirit, but got stoned. What? Let's look at it.
This is the book of.
Okay, go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 23. If a damsel that is a virgin be betrothed unto an husband. Now start from the top. If a damsel that is a virgin be betrothed unto an husband, and a man find her in the city and lie with her, then ye shall.
Betrothed means promised. You're married if you're promised. How are you going to be promised to somebody and go lay with somebody else?
Right.
If you could do that because you feel like it, then you was never promised. If you promised, you my wife. Can you not be my wife? No, I'm promised to you. So you my wife. It's the same way we teach sex is marriage. Right?
Right.
It's the same way. You're promised, right? Yes. So that means you're mine. Well, not yet. Are you promised? Yes. So can you be someone else's? No, you my wife. What are we doing? Right? We're looking for excuses to let sin get in there. Trying to find a way for foolishness to enter in because we don't want to be strict to what it means. No, you promised to me, you mine. That's it. You can't be nobody else's. If I can't put you away for the rest of my days, are you my wife? But you didn't do vows and there was no ceremony, but I can't put you away. So what that mean? You got to be with me. What that mean? You my wife. You understand what I'm saying? Make it simple, man. Let's stop not knowing how to work out our problems so then we pervert the law so we could get out of situations. Let's just be grown and work it out, right? Or let's not do that, right? Sisters, when a righteous brother that's in the truth tell you, chill, I'm not trying to do all that. Don't put your hand under his shirt, in his pants, put your face on him. Stop. The brother just told you he's not trying to do that. Now, right? You calling him wicked because he like, I really didn't want to be with you. I want to atone for the error that I made. I tried to avoid it, but I couldn't resist the temptation. But I truly have no desire to be with you. Now he's the most evil nigga ever. The sister, she didn't do anything wrong. No. She's not a temptress. She's not a harlot. She's not a whore. She's not a seducer. She's not a seductress. She's none of that. You wicked, right? Nah, I teach fair. If a brother tell you, hey, yo, chill, let's just watch the movie. And the sister just in your shirt, in your jeans. What they going to say when it's time to go to council, he should have ran out of the house like Joseph.
Chill, that's...
Come on, yo.
That's crazy.
So basically, sister, you are a snare That's all you are.
Just a stumbling block.
You're a stumbling block. You're not a blessing. All you are is a hook that fell into the water and you snagged him. And he tried to avoid you and he couldn't. And you want me to make him have to be with you.
If he's Joseph and should have ran out, then that make you an evil, wicked woman.
That make you evil as hell. So I hate that logic.
That's like when they say, well, a wicked wife is given to a wicked man.
That means you're wicked.
So you're wicked.
So you're wicked. You're going to die then. They don't want to think about it like that. Brothers, I don't want to make a system of chaperoning. Some brothers have that. You can't go on a date by yourself. It's a chaperone there. You want to go on a date with this sister? You got to bring elderly sister Tashina with you. She's sitting in between y'all while y'all talking. I don't want to have to. I don't want to have to make it like that. But the more I learn about how we are, and the more I learn from me and my life and just reality, it might have to be that way to stop you. Because it's like nothing can stop y'all flesh from being magnetized towards each other. So what we teach is sex is marriage. Y'all call that wicked.
Right.
I know it's some brothers out here that teach that because we teach that sex is marriage, we're endorsing rape. I heard that stupidity.
What?
Yes. Brothers made videos like that saying we advocate for the abuse of women because we teach that sex is marriage. You're the dumbest nigga ever.
You don't know.
Listen, by teaching sex is marriage and making sure that everybody that study with you completely understand that, they're going to slow down. See, when you're not solid on that doctrine, I heard y'all were all of them say sex is marriage, but I don't know. Like, mean that. I mean, we only did it one time. Like, you know, chill, fall back, baby. We don't want to treat our sisters like that. Sometimes you fail in the flesh, you do. And you can atone for any sin except blasphemy of the Holy Spirit. You can ask for forgiveness. And that includes failing in the flesh. I know y'all don't like me saying this. I'm going to say that. You could fail in the flesh and you can ask for forgiveness, but stay the hell away from each other. It's not failing in the flesh. Y'all done spent the whole 2-3 months together enjoying each other. Now y'all mad. Now you want to say we're not married. I'm not recognizing that. But it happens. It happens where the brother want to spend time with the sister, but the sister got a plan. Nigga, you're going to hit this. Oh, you thought you was just going to go to sleep and I was just going to lay next to you and let you sleep? No, you're definitely going to take me today. Keep drinking. I'm going to feed you. Keep drinking. Now we alone together and I can't keep my hands off you. We doing this in the third, right? And the brother try to put the brakes on it. All right, let's chill. And she like, chill, why would we do that? And then she takes you to a certain circumstance, and you cannot hold your reins. And then the next day, tomorrow, you, whoop, wop, the whoop, right? And then the sister is going to be like, oh! He's gonna make a whore out of me. You knew what you was doing, though. I'm fair. I don't pick sides. You knew what you was doing. See how it's unpopular for me to say this, and a lot of sisters are mad and left the channel and unsubscribed.
And they made a post
and hung up.
Joel's a demon.
But I'm fair. There's no respect of persons. They don't like that. There's no respect of persons. Y'all be doing that. I'm going to tell that sister, you were stupid for forcing yourself on the brother and pressing the issue. When the brother had the spirit to say, yo, chill, you should have admired that the brother had enough respect not to take you in that moment because he didn't want to do that. And you could have helped him with his desire. You could have helped him be better, which he was trying to be before you was doing your extra seduction. I would rebuke his sister for that. That doesn't mean the brother gets away. The brother, you stupid. What you thought? You a grown man. Y'all have needs. We not kids. You gonna lay in the bed with her? You think you're not gonna do nothing, dummy? You should have sent her home. You shouldn't have let her spend the night, idiot. That's how I'm gonna talk to that brother when we talk, right? Because we all been there. So what I'm saying is, it's got to be fair. So it might have to get to the point where we got to chaperone your dates, or we make a camp-wide rule that if you in the body, we got to completely evaluate your wife-taking circumstance. Because I try to avoid that. I let men be men. I don't want to be in your personal life. I want to help you. I pretend that you listen to me and care about what I'm teaching. So I hope you apply it, but I know how life goes, right? But the best way to go about this is to teach that sex is marriage. Now I done taught you this. Wait, we're not talking about nothing else no more. You was in every class asking dumb questions that got nothing to do with nothing that we taught in the lesson. And I answered all your questions, but you was in my classes when we taught you that sex is marriage. So why are you asking me anything? That's your wife. See? So teaching that sex is marriage is actually going to help people slow down. Once we make them understand that. Some people teach that sex is marriage, but don't really want to talk about it because we don't want nobody to not like us. I don't care if you like me. I care if the Most High like me. I don't care what you think. The only people that's going to be there for me is my true family. Y'all be my friend and supporter today, and tomorrow you make 10 posts about me, how I'm wicked and evil, and you can smile in my face for years and you turn out to be a snake at the end. So I'm not worried about if you like me. I'm worried about if the Most High like me. And we teach that sex is marriage. Now that we've taught that, none of these brothers with me are going to go out and under any I don't care if she did all the extra seduction. I don't care if she came up out her clothes. It was over with. I don't want to hear that, because now you have been initiated with the understanding that sex is marriage. How is sex is marriage hurting anybody if we teach that? It's actually teaching them respect. And it's going to make people slow down, because that brother going to know, I have no excuse. If I lay with you, you mine. That's what y'all all and them brothers been saying. They've been telling us to learn and not make foolish mistakes. And if we're not sure about it, don't place ourselves in that situation, because if we do it, they don't want to hear nothing. All the brothers with us is being taught like that. So then how can you say that teaching that sex is marriage is some type of evil? You understand? Right. It's actually going to make brothers respect and calm down. It's going to make sisters like, I like you and I'm lonesome, but I don't want to be with you. Now, I could give in to my flesh, but no. And it also helps when you have novice sisters who wishy-washy, or novice brothers. Y'all love each other this week, holding hands in front of me, kissing in front of me. But then I get the counsel. We just want to know, are we really married? Because I don't want to hear none of that. Y'all was married when y'all was liking each other. Now that y'all have a little bit of problem, you're looking for the way out. We're not gonna be ministers of sin. Leave us alone. Right? Okay. That's why we teach that. All right. So remember, fast preparation, vegetables, water, salad, fruit. Do not eat meat of abundance. Steak is a bad idea. Don't overdo it with things that have sodium, the soda and the salt. Take it easy, and your fast will be comfortable. And even if it's not comfortable, it won't be that bad. Serve the Most High with all your strength. All right. Brothers are teaching to own up to your responsibilities, right? That's what Micaiah said, captain out there in Alabama. Right now, we're going to send up the prayers. All right. Slakia, Israel, you want to say something?
Yeah, kind of one. I just wanted to fix this marriage equation. Real quick, what y'all got to realize is you have to ask yourself, those that don't believe sex is marriage, you have to ask yourself, prior to us being brought to America, or prior to us being under the subjection of this government, what was marriage? It wasn't going to the courthouse. God created marriage. So how could going to the courthouse be marriage if that didn't start till we got to this government right here? You see what I'm saying? That's just something that you want to believe. And if you don't, and what happens is when we teach that sex is marriage, like the other one said, what it prevents is it prevents people from going out saying, well, we slept together, but you know what? You're not my husband, so on to the next. That's what it prevents.
Mm-hmm.
It makes people be circumspect, like, you know what? I fear God, and I don't want the Most High to punish me, so I'm not going to lay with you because I don't want to keep you.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? But you have to ask yourself, if you believe that sex is not marriage, you have to ask yourself, what was marriage prior to America? Ask yourself that. Because God created marriage. So if marriage is going to the courthouse, what courthouse did we go to prior to America? It's not mentioned in Scripture about going to a courthouse. All right? Are you?
Con. So now with that said, that case is closed. Call this number at the bottom of the screen. Make sure your phone is on mute. We're going to send up the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew, and we're going to bring in the Sabbath. Con, we the sons of thunder. It's our heart's prayer and desire for Israel that they might be saved. Shalom.
Shalom.
Thank you for watching. You can support the body via Cash App or PayPal. You can also support the channel by joining our Patreon for exclusive videos and content that can't be found anywhere else. We're the Sons of Thunder. It's our heart's prayer and desire for Israel that they might be saved. Shalom.
This month's sponsor is brought to you by Mealy's Naturals, handcrafted natural soaps. Be sure to visit the website, mealysnaturals.myshopify.com, and be sure to visit her Instagram at mealys.naturals. Mealy's Naturals. It's an herbal vibe.